What won't be the future, in my opinion, for the Atlanta Hawks is Jaylen Brown. On my show on Saturday, I had our buddy on, Keith Smith from Spotrac NBA, and he does all the numbers. That's his job, literally. He breaks down NBA salaries and contracts. And I asked him, is it realistic to have Jaylen Brown playing in an Atlanta Hawks uniform?
Yeah, the challenge, I think, too, in that is the Hawks cannot give Jaylen Brown the Supermax. He can only get the Supermax from the Celtics. That's something that's been, I think, kind of a common misperception out there, is that any team can give him that. You can only get the Supermax from the team that drafted you, or if you were acquired while you were still on your rookie contract. So in this case, neither one of those things would be true. So he can only get that, but he can still get the 30% max, which is still a pretty big chunk of change. And yeah, that would put the Hawks basically in the same situation the Celtics are in, which is two max guys, really expensive and hard to build a roster out around them. And I don't know what Atlanta would send back to Boston that would really intrigue them, because the packages that, people have been throwing out there, and I don't even want to call them rumors. I think it's just, people speculating if it was to happen. Right. It would be something like DeJounte Murray or whatever, but he needs signed to a new contract too. So I just don't know that there's any kind of reasonable match there.
I was talking about this on Tuesday's show, Carl, with Steak, because Steak was all hot and bothered of getting Jaylen Brown down here.
Yeah.
And as we said, it's like the old NBA trade, machine. DeJounte Murray and like a bunch of spare parts would not pull it, and I don't think it makes you a better team anyway. Because I don't know about how that would work with him and Trey. That whole dynamic about it. This guy feels he's the alpha. He feels he's the dude, and he's been sitting playing second fiddle to Jason Tatum. I don't think that's going to work here. Not to mention he's coming off a terrible postseason. That last series against the Heat still on everybody's mind.
I love Jaylen Brown. He's not a one. He's not. And that is wherever he goes, Mike.
Right.
We always say, you play your role, know your role. He's got to know that he can do similar things that he did in Boston if he ends up going somewhere else. But if you're telling me Jaylen Brown's going to be the reason why a team is going to the NBA Finals, I would dispute that. I don't think that's the situation with him. He's not Joker. He's not one of these elite Giannis kinds of players. He is a guy that is a very good player and a perennial all-star. But, Mike, I'm not building around him. I think if you're telling me he's better than DeJounte Murray and you want to make that deal, right, okay, so be it. But that's the role he's going to be in.
Yeah, and again, I know he's a Wheeler high school product. I know he's a local guy. A lot of guys get involved with that. Let's bring him back. There's other things we may need to do to make this thing work. And I still think if I'm Boston, I'm not blowing that thing up. I still am going to roll the dice a few more times with that and try to find maybe a real point guard and maybe tweak some of the roles on that team.
I agree with you on that. I don't think I try to blow that up. They have it. I think it was a little bit of both things. Their coach and Joe Mazzulla, and certainly them not playing up to their capability.
Right.